How to stop wasting your life. We are responsible for squandering time. A poll discovered that an astounding 89% of workers revealed that they routinely waste time while they are at work. Not that this is usually a negative thing to do. To put it another way, when you need to replenish your batteries, squandering time might be useful. On the other hand, what if you are allowing those time-wasting activities to occupy the majority of your time? Using these 8 time-saving tactics that have been confirmed by science, you will be able to overcome those time-wasting activities that are causing you to squander time. Number 8. Use the 2-minute rule as a guide. The majority of the tasks that you procrastinate on aren't difficult to do. You have the talent and skills to accomplish them. You just avoid starting them for one reason or another, writes James Clear, an author and entrepreneur. You just avoid starting them for one reason or another. The 2-minute rule is a strategy that helps people overcome procrastination and laziness by making it so simple to begin taking action that it becomes impossible to refuse. By the first component of this rule, you should quickly carry out any activity that can be finished in less than 2 minutes. A couple of examples of this would be responding to an email or putting your laundry in the dryer. The second component of this rule is that when beginning new routines, the amount of time it takes to complete them should be less than a minute. Although some activities may inevitably take more time than others, it is possible to begin working toward any objective in a time frame of less than 2 minutes. Furthermore, given that fear is one of the factors that contribute to procrastination, this is an efficient method for conquering that anxiety. One of the most essential benefits of the 2-minute rule is that it pushes us to simply begin. Following the completion of a task, we perceive the task as much less aversive than we do when we are avoiding it, according to research. In addition, even if we do not complete the task, we have accomplished something of value. We get a sense of control and optimism as a result of this, which provides us with some impetus. Number 7. Determine both your macro goals and your micro quotas. A study that was conducted on the topic of motivation revealed that researchers discovered that abstract thinking is an efficient strategy that can assist with discipline. Although dreaming big is a good piece of advice, you need also to make sure you balance it with other intrinsic motivators. At the very least, this is what the numerous studies that have been conducted on the self-determination theory display. Micro quotas and macro goals are the solutions to this challenge that have been proposed. The implication of this is that your objectives ought to be your overarching concerns. The minimum quantity of work that you need to complete each day to make your larger goals a reality is referred to as quota. Let's put it another way. Quotas make each day more manageable. As a result of this, your objectives will soon be within your reach. This is an example that Tim Ferriss presented to his audience from a buddy who has authored more than 60 books. 2 dull pages. I have reached my quota. Every single day, I am required to write 2 miserable pages. And that's it. That day is a win for me even if I only write 2 pages of terrible work. Number 6. Put an end to wasting time by focusing on a single task that you are working on. Not only is it inefficient, but it is also one of the most significant time wasters that can be found, because the human brain can only concentrate on one subject at a time. This is the case. In addition, a study conducted by the Institute of Psychiatry at the University of London discovered that multitasking lowers your intelligence level more than not getting enough sleep or consuming marijuana. What is the response? Concentrate on completing a single task at a time, often known as single tasking. Proceed with one task at a time. Remove all potential hindrances. Establish a list of priorities. On top of that, take frequent pauses. Number 5. Make your priorities as if you were going on vacation. You should plan your day as if you were about to embark on a lengthy cruise the following day without access to the internet. This is what you do. Make use of delegation. What kind of things do you get rid of? Gwen Moran writes for Fast Company. Time management specialist and life coach Steve Chandler tells Moran, suddenly, you're hyper-aware and more efficient because the stakes are higher. Moran informs Chandler that this is the case. You are not wasting your time on activities that do not necessarily need to be completed. Number 4. Establish deadlines and work to meet them. A study that was conducted at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 2002 discovered that deadlines can control procrastination. However, here is the deal breaker. You are required to communicate that deadline to a person who will be responsible for holding you accountable. If you don't use clear time frames for projects and goals, things lag, just go on, and interest wanes. Gal Davis, who works with Plan Writer, said in an interview with The Telegraph, "Because there is no deadline, there is no sense of urgency, and whatever it is that you are working toward might never come to fruition, which means that your rivals have the opportunity to strengthen their position in the market." Furthermore, according to Nicola Cook, the chief executive officer of company Shortcuts, timeframes create a sense of urgency and build momentum. Acceleration is the result of momentum. Also, money is a fan of speed. There is something ethereal and energizing about that, even though it may be a very capitalist point of view. Productivity is increased by timeframes, and things are taken care of. Number 3. Have mercy on yourself. Self-forgiveness for procrastination can prevent future procrastination, according to the findings of a study conducted by academics at Carleton University on 119 students who were only in their first year of college. The individual can move past their maladaptive behavior and concentrate on the upcoming examination without the burden of past acts that hinder studying, the researchers explain. Forgiveness allows the individual to move past their mistakes. This may be successful because forgiving oneself for procrastinating has the beneficial effect of reducing subsequent procrastination by reducing negative effect associated with the outcome of an examination. To put it another way, we tend to avoid engaging in activities that cause us to feel worse. This repressed sense of guilt over squandering time will continue to recur, but you will be able to end that cycle if you forgive yourself for your past mistakes. Number 2. Use the Pomodoro technique. The instrument for managing time that was developed by Francesco Cirillo is described here. It does this by dividing your time into intervals that are referred to as Pomodoro. A Pomodoro would consist of approximately 25 minutes of focused attention on a subject, followed by a brief rest lasting between 3 and 5 minutes. Random Market, who works at Do, provided the following explanation. The idea is to work hard at a task for a predetermined amount of time and then take a short break. After you have finished 4 Pomodoro seconds, you should take a lengthier break that lasts between 15 and 30 minutes. Pomodoro technique is a time management strategy that aims to improve concentration and reduce the need to multitask. However, the purpose of those breaks is to reset and recharge your brain, so take advantage of them. In addition, a study conducted by experts at New York University found that taking periodic breaks can potentially boost one's memory and recall. Number 1. Recognize the 4 principal components of procrastination. By the findings of a scholarly investigation titled "The Nature of Procrastination," there are 4 characteristics of procrastination that have an impact on us. Low value as a task. These are the activities that we consider to be of little value. When we are faced with a dull or unpleasant duty, we make an effort to associate it with a more enjoyable pastime. With the use of deadlines or the 2-minute rule, it is possible to circumvent this issue. Personality. Some individuals are more prone to acting on impulses and becoming sidetracked than others. It is important to be aware of your triggers and to look for solutions to deter them. Expectations made. If you anticipate that a task will be simple to accomplish, you will be less likely to put it off until later. To get things done, you need to return to the 2-minute rule. The failure of the goal. Fear of failing is a common factor among people who procrastinate. Develop your self-assurance so that you can achieve even the smallest of victories. As a consequence of this, you will be able to fight procrastination and generate momentum. It is possible to learn how to defeat the opponent if you are familiar with them. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.